Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, everybody can see the screen now. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we have left off from master, right? So these are the examples of master. Let's move on to here. We have inqalaba, and we have iftitahan, istighfaran, and we have jihadan, ta'liman. So which of these examples rhyme with the word Islaman, which is a master of the family? Islaman inqilaban, Islaman iftitahan, Islaman istighfaran, Islaman jihadan, Islaman ta'liman, Islaman ishraqan. So which one of this? Okay, Huma, can you tell me?
Yes. Islaman inqalaban, Islaman iftitahan,
Okay, which one?
and Islaman ishraqan.
So which one among all of these examples? Which one rhymes?
These three.
Ishraqan and
Inqalaban, iftitahan, and ishraqan.
okay, to me, okay, Sumera, what do you think? She said Islaman inqilaban, Islaman iftitahan, and Islaman ishraqan. These three rhymes with the word Islaman, which is a master of this family, right? So is she
Yes. Okay, in Islam, and there is no a at the end. So there is an extra alif after ba Islaman.
Yeah, after
So yes, I think
so this one you're talking about Ishraqan, right? So Islaman Ishraqan. That's a perfect match. When it comes to Inqilaban, that doesn't. Why?
Too many letters.
Islam, because
Yes,
it has
there are
these
too
three
many
sounds.
letters.
Kasra.
There are too many letters. There we have Islaman before Alif. We have only three: Alif, Hamza, Sin, and Lam. But here we're going to have Hamza, Noon, Qaf, and then Lam. Like we are having like three before it. So that's why there are too many letters. It can be, it doesn't rhymes with the word Islaman. Okay, so in
What about jihadan?
Jihadan is totally different. It starts with the kasra, jihadan. Here it starts with Islaman. So it should rhyme with the sound. Yeah. Okay. And then istighfaran, again, it's not Islaman, right? And then we have ta'liman, it starts with the ta, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't start like with Islam, with the Hamza having a kasra on it, right? So it is ta'liman. So the only word that rhymes with the word master Islaman is ishraqan. Okay?
No.
Okay.
All right. Okay, check this out. Let me tell you what is the like what this is right now. Aslama is a past tense, right? Yuslimu is a present tense, right? Then we have Islaman, which is a master, right? Master is an ism, right? It's a kind of ism. Do you remember the definition of an ism, Sister Kalisa?
Person, place, pronoun, idea, thing, adjective, adverb.
Yes, and more, right? And special mudaf,
Yeah.
right? So master is the Arabic word for idea. Like you say person, place, think, idea, right? So the word used for idea in Arabic is master, right? Islaman is actually an idea. Okay, so here what it is, aslama means it's a past tense, so it means he submitted. Yuslimu is a present tense, he submits. Islaman is a master, so it means to submit, right? Or like to submit is an idea, right? Another way to say an idea is with an ing, so submitting, or the idea of submitting, right? And another way to say idea is sometimes with the shun, T-I-O-N at the end. So it becomes like the idea of submitting, right? So there are three ways to translate a master or an idea. The first is to submit, submitting with an ing, and then with the shun, tion, submission. All right. So far, so good. So the word for idea in our class is master. So aslama is a past tense, yuslimu is a present tense, and islaman is a master. All right. And these are the examples of a past tense here. And among all these examples, ashraka, abada, anqada rhymes with the past tense aslama word, which means these words, ashraka, abada, anqada, is actually from the same family, aslama, yuslimu, islaman, right? And then in the present tense, we have yunzilu, yu'allimu. Among all of them, only yunzilu rhymes with the word yuslimu, right? So yuslimu and yunzilu, which means yunzilu is, it means it is from the family of aslama again. It's gonna be conjugated the same way as aslama is being conjugated, right? And then among, in masdar example, only ishraqan is the example of a masdar. Islaman, ishraqan. Okay, which means ishraqan is from the same family of, it belongs to the same family of aslama, right? Means it's going to be conjugated the same way as aslama. Okay, let's do some practice so that will become clear. Okay, here we have practice anqada, abada, ashraka, afsada, alhama, asbaha. Okay, so before moving on to ism fa'il, we are going to do some practice, right? Anqada, abada, ashraka, afsada, alhama, asbaha, they're all cousins with aslama, right? I'm giving you this away that they are actually cousins of aslama. By that, I mean that they all rhymes with aslama family, right? Now, if they are all cousins with aslama, if they all rhymes with aslama, their families, like their past tense, their present tense, and their master will look exactly the same as aslama, yuslimu, islam, right? All of these words relate to aslama family. So listen to the first one. I'm going to do this for you. Anqada, aslama, right? That is a cousin of aslama, which means it's going to conjugate it the same way as aslama family, right? So aslama, anqada, yuslimu, yunqidu, islaman, inqadan. Okay, this is how you're gonna conjugate it. Why? Because it rhymes with this family, so it must have the same, like a present tense and masdar and all that, right? Okay, the second one would be like aslama, abarada, yuslimu, yubaridu. I'm doing it with the different root letters now, right? Islaman, ibaradan. All right. Okay. Okay, Sister Sumera, can you do it with ashraka? Hello, Sister Sumera? Unmute your mic, please. Okay, Sister Huma.
Yes, ma'am. Ashraka, aslama, ashraka. Yuslima, yushrika.
Yuslimu. Present tense always
Yuslimu.
ends with a dhamma, right? So yuslimu, yushriku. Okay.
Yushriku. Islaman, ishrakan.
Good. Next one, afsada. Do the next one too.
Aslama, afsada. Yuslimu, oh, yufsidu.
Good.
Islaman, Islaman, if sadan.
Good.
Ifsadan.
Ifsadan. Yes. Okay, Sister Kalisa. Alhama.
Alhama, yulhamu.
Yulhimu. Yuslimu.
Yulhimu.
Uh-huh. Islaman. Ilhaman. Islaman.
Ilhaman.
Ilhaman. Okay, so alhama, yulhimu, ilhaman. Aslama, yuslimu, islaman. All right. Okay, do the next one too. Asbaha.
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 Sorry, my daughter nearly fell down. So, okay. Asbaha. Yusbihu.
Mhm.
Isbahan.
Good. Isbahan. So aslama yuslimu islaman, asbaha yusbihu isbahan. Okay, perfect Arabic. All right. Okay, you just made a past tense and you correctly said the present tense and correctly made a masdar. You didn't have to learn it in a dictionary. All you have to know is what family? Aslama family. Okay. Okay, for example, if I say, now I'm reading Surah Al-Kahf and I say, Alhamdulillahi alladhi anzala, right? Anzala. Is that not resembles to the Aslama family, Sister Kalisa?
Yeah, that's the past tense.
Good. So what's the whole family of Anzala?
Anzala, Yunzilu, Inzalaman.
Inzalan.
Sorry.
Okay, so Anzala yunzilu inzalan. Okay, next word then, qayyiman liyunzira. Liyunzira. Okay, the li is just there to make the present tense light, right? So that's why it ends with the fatha. Otherwise, it would be yunziru. Okay, okay, Sister Huma, yunziru.
We have to make. I have to make three of all of three.
Yeah, past, present, and master. It's a present tense, right? So you have to make the past and master.
Yes, past and unziru, unzira.
No,
Aslama,
aslama. Aslama. Yes, anzara. Good.
Anzara. Yuslimu, yunziru. Islam, yunziru.
Yeah. So
and Islam inzaran.
Inzaran. Yes. Anzara yundiru inzaran. Aslama yuslimu islaman. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Then we have to memorize the pattern of the families for making all these.
Yes. Now let's do the memorization. Okay. Okay. Do it. So I have to make sure that I have to plug the charge. Okay. Do it, Sister Huma. Aslama yuslimu islaman 5 times.
Sorry.
Do the memorization. Aslama yuslimu islaman, and everybody else there is gonna like say it out loud too. Aslama yuslimu islam.
Islam.
Right?
Aslama Islam. Aslama.
Yeah, do it out loud.
Islam.
Hey, go. Hey, go.
Thank you.
Sister Huma?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, do it out
Islam.
loud.
Sorry?
Do it out. You have to do it out loud. Otherwise, you are not going to get served.
Aslama yuslimu islaman. Aslama yuslimu islaman. Aslama yuslimu islaman. Aslama yuslimu islaman.
Go on.
Aslama yuslimu islaman. Aslama yuslimu islaman.
Okay, take your time, Kalisa. You can do it now 8 times.
Aslama yuslimu islaman. 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 How many times is that? 6? Aslama yuslimu islaman. Aslama yuslimu islaman. go.
Okay, Sister Sumera.
Okay. Aslama yuslimu islaman. 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 Okay.
Okay.
What happened?
Yes, ma'am.
Go back to the family. So these are only the three, but before going to that word, I want to let you, when you want to do the sarf kabir of it, means the past tense chart, it would be like huwa aslama, huma aslama, hum aslamu, hiya aslamat, huma aslamata. You know this conjugation, right? So all together, you're going to have 14. Yuslimu, huwa yuslimu, huma yuslimani, hum yuslimuna, hiya tuslimu, so on and so forth. You know this chart too. So all together, it becomes 14 words also. Then when you move to Islaman, it's an ism, right? So it's a masdar. Masdar is an ism. So you have to conjugate it, or to conjugate it the way isms are being conjugated, right? So here we are going to use the first two columns of the masculine chart and the feminine plural chart, right? We are not going to use the masculine plural chart here, right? So the conjugation for Islaman would be Islamun, Islaman, Islamin, Islamani, Islamaini, Islamaini, Islamatun, Islamatin, Islamatin. Okay, so I switch it to the feminine plural and skipping the masculine plural from there. This is the conjugation of Islaman, right? So altogether, you're going to have 9 words for masdar. Okay, so called sarf saghir means the conjugation, the smaller conjugation. But when you like take each word and do the whole chart of it, this is called sarf kabir, means the big or the long conjugation, right? So by just knowing this one word, you actually like turn it into a 14 more words, right? And same case with the yuslimu, you take out 14 words more. And then Islaman is a masdar where you get 9 words more, okay? So this is how they are being conjugated, right? Remember I told you surf is a machine. You put a word in and it start giving you a lots of words, right? So how many words did I say masdar gonna be? Sumera?
Yeah. 9.
9 words, right? Okay, so can you do the conjugation of masdar?
Okay. Islamun, Islaman, Islamin, Islamanun, Islaman, no, Islamani, Islamaini, Islamaini,
Good.
Islamanun, Islamanin, Islamani.
Switch over to the feminine plural. So Islamatun, Islamatin, Islamatin. You got it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so
it's
eventually when we are done with this family, we got 10 members. And we have to know all 10 members in one line of the top of your head. So we have to get at least 4 members today, 1 more member at least. We understood aslama, 1 member, fi'al madi, yuslimu, 2nd member, fi'al mudari, and 4th member is going to be muslimun. Okay, for what doesn't count also just because it is there to get a flow, right? So it's not counted here in this family. So aslama, masdar, it's an ism and it's conjugated the way the past tense is being conjugated. So 14 words, and yuslimu is again 14, 9 words more into it. So it becomes how many? 37 words. Like by just knowing 3 words, we can take or turn it into 37 more words. Okay, Muslimun, let's move on to Muslimun. Muslimun, it's a ism fa'il. Okay, and ism fa'il is actually the guy that does something, and it's usually used for the person. Okay, so let's do first memorization, then I will give you the explanation about Muslim. Okay, Sister Huma, let's start from you.
Aslama yuslimu islaman fahuwa muslimun. Aslama yuslimu islaman fahuwa muslimun. Muslim. Aslama yuslimu islaman fahuwa muslimun. Aslama yuslimu islaman fahuwa muslimun. Aslama yuslimu islaman fahuwa muslimun.
Okay, you're done.
Aslama yuslimu. Yes.
So now you got 4 words: Aslama, Yuslimu, Islaman, and then Muslimun, right? Fahuwa, of course, doesn't count because that's just to make it flow. Okay. Okay, Sister Sumera, your turn. Do it 5 times again.
Aslama yuslimu islaman muslimun. Aslama yuslimu islaman muslimun. Aslama yuslimu islaman Muslimun.
Okay,
Aslama yuslimu islaman. Okay. I thought we don't have to consider huwa.
it's just because there so that we can have a sentence like Aslama, he submitted. Yuslimu, he submit, and he is a submitter. That's why.
Aslama yuslimu islaman fahuwa muslimun. Aslama yuslimu islaman fahuwa muslimun. Aslama yuslimu islaman fahuwa muslimun. Aslama yuslimu islaman fahuwa muslimun.
Okay, sister.
Aslama yuslimu islaman fahuwa muslimun.
Aslama yuslimu islaman fahuwa muslimun. Aslama yuslimu islaman fahuwa muslimun. Aslama yuslimu islaman fahuwa muslimun. Aslama yuslimu islaman fahuwa muslimun. Aslama yuslimu islaman fahuwa muslimun.
Okay, so Aslama, he submitted. Yuslimu, he submits. Islaman, there are three ways to translate a masdar: to submit, right? Or submission, or submitting, right? Fahuwa means then he is, or so he is, right? Muslimun means a submitter, right? So Muslimun is the guy that submits, and it's called ism fa'il, right? And ism fa'il is used in Arabic language to talk about a word for an at the end, like er, like teacher, submitter, and farmer, or succeeder, etc. Right? So the guy who does something is an ism fa'il. So the guy who does Islam is a Muslim. That's why it's ism fa'il. And this is how you make an ism fa'il, right? The way to make the ism fa'il is you look at the present tense, which is yuslimu, right? And you take the you and replace it with the mu here. Otherwise, it is similar, right? So you replace the you here and to the mu, okay? So yuslimu becomes muslimu. And of course, it has a tanween at the end because it's ism now. So that's why it makes it heavy. Like without any reason, it should be kept heavy. Muslimun, yuslimu, muslimun. Just the only thing that differs is ya being replaced. The present tense never have a tanween. Why? Because only the isms can take a tanween there, right? Okay, so when you get to Muslimun, you have to use the whole two charts completely, masculine and feminine both. In case of masdar, you used only two columns of masculine, like the first and the second column, and then the last column of feminine, means the feminine plural column, right? And you got 9 words in masdar. But in case of ism fa'il, you have to use both charts completely, which and by using all these charts, you're going to get 18 words altogether, right? So the chart, the conjugation of Muslimun would be Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin, Muslimani, Muslimaini, Muslimaini, Muslimuna, Muslimina, Muslimina, Muslimatun, Muslimatan, Muslimatin, Muslimatani, Muslimataini, Muslimataini, Muslimatun, Muslimatin, Muslimatin. All right? You understood how you're going to do the sarf kabir of all of these words, right?
Yes.
The past tense chart is called the sarf kabir. The present tense chart by itself is called sarf kabir. And the isms chart by itself are called ism kabir. The ism for a Muslim, right? That's the sarf sagir. The sarf kabir is actually you stop on every word and you do the whole chart of it. That's called the sarf kabir, okay? Okay, let's do the practice with the word ashraka. Where's the word ashraka? Yeah, here. Okay, here we're going to have the word ashraka. It means he did shirk or he associated partners with Allah. Yushriku, ashraka, yushriku, ishrakan, fahuwa mushrikun, right? Yushriku, he associate partners with Allah. Masdar is translated as ishrakan, to associate, association of partners with Allah, or associating partners with Allah. So there are 3 ways to translate a masdar, okay? Fahuwa mushrikun. Mushrikun is always translated with the word at the end. So associator, or the guy who associates, right? So the guy who does something, it's always a doer, it's always someone, it's always a word for a person, right? Mushrikun or muslimun, right? Okay, now do the conjugation of the word mushrikun. Sister Sumaira. The ism fa'il conjugation.
Mushrikun, mushrik, mushrikun, mushrikan, mushrikani. Oh, mushrikun, mushrikan, mushrikin, mushrikani, mushrikaini, mushrikaini, mushrikuna, mushrikina, mushrikina. Okay, should I be doing it with feminine as well?
Sure, because ism file, in ism file, you have to use both charts completely.
Okay. Mushrikatun, mushrikatan, mushrikatin, mushrikatani, mustaini, mushrikataini, mushrikatuna, mushrikatina, mushrikatina.
Mushrik.
Oh, mushrikatun, mushrikatin, mushrikatin.
Yeah, so mushrikatin or mushrikatun are the women that do shirk. Okay?
Okay.
So let's try a couple more and then we are done. Let's try the word. Okay, just by listening, Sister Huma, aflaha.
Aflaha.
Give me this
Should I?
first, right?
Yes, Aflaha. Ma'am, I cannot see it. Aflaha, where is it?
No, I'm just giving you a word. You can
Aflaha.
screen, yeah.
Aflaha, yuflihu, past tense.
Yeah.
Iflahan.
Good.
Iflahan masdar.
Uh-huh.
Iflahan and
مفلح فهو مفلح. اسم فاعل.
فهو مفلح.
Good. Okay, aflaha means he succeeded. What's the meaning of yuflihu?
Yuflihu. He succeeds. He succeeds.
He succeeds. Okay, iflahan.
Iflahan.
There are three ways to do it, right?
Succeeder.
No, the ER can comes with ism fa'il. You're translating the master. Iflahan.
Succeeded.
No, there are three ways to translate the master: to, ing, and shan.
Okay, succeeding.
Good.
Succeed.
Or to succeed.
To succeed.
Yeah.
Succeeding and succeed.
No, we doesn't have a succession kind of word. Okay, so okay, فهو مفلح means the ism fa'al means
The person who succeed.
yeah,
Succeeder.
the successful one. Okay, the successful person is a muflih. Okay, so أفلح يفلح إفلاحا فهو مفلح. Okay, if I do the conjugation of a master, إفلاحا.
Iflahan. Master.
Yes.
Iflahan. Iflahin.
No, it's not
Iflahun.
Rafa. Yeah.
Iflahun. Iflahin. Iflahun. Hanhin. Iflahun. Iflahan. Iflahin.
Good.
Iflahani. Iflahaini. Iflahaini. Iflahatun. Iflahatin.
Good.
Iflahatin.
Good. Okay, let's move on to Sister Kalisa. Okay, Sister Kalisa, can you give me the Sarf Saghir means the family of Adraka. Here is the word Adraka.
Adraka. Yudriku. Idrakan.
Good.
Fahwa.
Muslimun.
Mudrikun.
Good. Mudrikun. Okay, so can you give me the Sarf Kabir of Idrakan?
Of Idrakan.
Yeah.
Idrakun, Idrakan, Idrakin.
No. Idrakun. You have to keep the alif there, right? You said idrakun. No, idrakun.
Idrakun. Idrakun, Idrakan, Idrakin.
Good.
Idrakani, Idrakaini, Idrakaini. Idrakuna, Idrakina.
No, it's a masdar.
Oh, sorry. Idrakatun.
Idrakatun, idrakatin, idrakatin. Okay. And the reason that why we are not using the masculine plural, right? That should come in your mind, that why we are not using the masculine plural column. It's just because the masculine plural can only be used for human beings, right?
Okay.
And ideally can be a human being. So that's why we are skipping that column.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now do the ism fa'il of mudrikun. Do the sarf kabir of it.
Idrakun, idrakan, idrak.
No, wait, that's a master. I'm saying ism fa'il. Muslimun mudrikun.
Yeah. So that's the
in ism fa'il here, we use both masculine and the feminine charts, right?
yeah.
So here the word is muslimun. So replace it with the root letters dal, ra, and kaf. So mudrikun. So mudrikun, mudrikan, mudrikin, mudrikani, mudrikaini, mudrikaini. Should I skip the masculine plural here?
No.
Okay. Mudrikuna, mudrikina, mudrikina, mudrikatun, mudrikatan, mudrikatin, mudrikatani, mudrikataini, mudrikataini, mudrikatun, mudrikatin, mudrikatin. All right?
Yeah.
Got it? Okay, so you're gonna practice this family. First, you have to memorize Aslama, Yuslimu, Islaman, for Muslimun off the top of your head. If you say it off the top of your head, then you have to do it with the different root letters. Like here, Adraka, Yudriku, Itrakan, for Mudrikun. Ahsana, Yuhsinu, Ihsanan, for Muhsinun. Ajlasa, Yujlisu, Ijlasan, for Mujlisun. All right?
Yeah.
And for that, you have to refer drills 3.2.2. Okay, I will mention this there. Okay, so do a lot of practice. Tomorrow, we are going to move on to our second line, which is the passive line. And we are going to touch 4 more words tomorrow. All right?
Ma'am, what about the fahua?
No, fahua is just there to make it flow. It doesn't count. Right?
Okay.
And
Yes.
also, you should have this in your mind, why the Islaman is kept nasab, because an ism should be rafa by default, right? This is what you have learned in your basics, right?
Yes.
Why I have kept it nasab? What's the reason? That's just because to make it the detail of yuslimu or aslama. Right? Aslama means he submitted. Yuslimu, he submits. Islaman is the detail either of the word yuslimu or aslama. Right? It's an ism. It could be rafa, nasab, and jar, depending on the context. I'm keeping it nasab here just to make fun a little bit, like to make it like to make a sentence out of it. Yeah?
Making it maful.
Yeah, to make to make a sentence. That's why.
Okay, it will always in nasab status. It will be always.
Yeah, it just there for memorization. It's in nasab status. To make a sentence out of it, like aslama is a fi'al, and afterwards you're going to have a maf'ul, and then muslimun is ism fa'al after. So it's just making sense in a sentence, like to make it a sentence, right? Otherwise, islamun could be, it is by default rafa. It is depending on the context that either it's nasab or jar, right? Here it's nasab because it's the detail of yuslimu or aslama, just for fun, right? So it's not something that you have to know much or dig deeper into it. Okay, any question? Any confusion? All you have to do is just to memorize this family, aslama, yuslimu, islaman, fahuwa muslimun, right? And do it with the different root letters, and that's it.
Yes.
Okay, Sister Sumera, any confusion? Sister Kalisa?
Yes, ma'am. There is this concern. Like in Aslama, when we have this past, fail madhi, so we use, why don't we use salama? Salama, salama, salam.
Why we are not using salama, salama, salama?
Yeah, like we have salam. Yuslimu and salam. Huwa salama. Why aslam?
It's just because it's a family. You have to memorize. It's a formula. You can't question a formula that why it is this way. It's the formula for Arabic serve. So you can't question.
No, like we have past tense, nasara, kataba, sami'a. We
You
don't
will
have
come to
extra
it.
alif.
It will become clear because those are small families, and the one that we are memorizing, these are big families. So first we are going to memorize 8 big families, then we are moving to the small 6 families, right? So nasara, fataha, daraba, and all those are small families. Those are mujarrad families. These families are bigger families. These are thulathi mazid fihi families, right? Means they're going to have extra letters here. The extra letter here is a hamza, right? So the first thing that we have to memorize is the bigger families, then we are moving to the small families, right? These are the questions actually that will make sense eventually. All right?
Okay.
Or once we are done
And
with the families and we move to the smaller families, then all of these questions will make sense, inshallah. Okay?
okay. And
For
one more
now,
thing that
just
you said that,
memorize. Huh?
ma'am, you said that for huwa is to make it a sentence.
Yeah, just to make it flow.
So how does it make a sentence? Okay, like if we translate it, how will we
If
translate
you
it?
say
Like
it like aslama
aslaman.
yuslimu islaman muslimun, it's not making flow. So huwa is just there to make a flow, like aslama yuslimu islaman fahuwa muslimun. Otherwise fahuwa doesn't count. If it doesn't say it, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, done?
Yeah.
Okay. بارك الله لي ولكم في القرآن الحكيم ونفعني وإياكم بالآيات وذكر الحكيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.